everybody? Here we are at GF Lake Media again on Thursday night. We have some new guests. We got Chris and Barry with Cabin Valet. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of excited to hear how it's going and hear what they're doing. So we're gonna let them get started and come on in with some questions. And once they introduce themselves, I'm sure we'll have a question to get things started. So let's get going.
My name's Chris Courts, and Barry and I started Cabin Valet in June. And the genesis of the business is that I've been a vacation homeowner here in Greers Ferry for 25 years, and have loved it. Our kids grew up here. We've got so many great family memories here, but I can't tell you how many times I've had to drive over here from Memphis just to let a contractor in my house, or just to make sure there wasn't a limb laying on my roof, or just to make sure that, the house hadn't burned down. And that's a 7-hour round trip. And so I had this idea 15 years ago, but I just had no way to make it happen. I knew that there was a need for it and demand for it. And then my best friend, Barry, we've been friends 41 years, met in high school, 17 years old, got into a lot of trouble together, mainly because of him. But
that's believable.
But he recently decided that he was going to relocate to Greers Ferry, and when he did, that light bulb went off in my head. Hey, maybe we could start Cabin Valet. I wouldn't have done it with just anybody, but you guys both know Barry, and he's like the most likable, the most honest, the most humble, the most giving person that you probably ever want to meet. And so I felt very comfortable having him be the face of the business.
I understand that.
And just the trust, because, for somebody to give us the alarm code or give us the keys to their $500,000 cabin, that takes some trust,
Right.
So
that kind of leads back to, the thought process for wanting to get this started and get this going, was because everybody that makes a living here does exactly what you're talking about. I mean, we get key codes, we have access to people's lives, and we very rarely get to meet people. They trust us, and we want everybody to have a face to put with the name when the phone rings and we say this is so and so. We want them to have a face.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And so we've got, just to cover some of the particulars, we've got $2 million of general liability insurance so that we can work around all the marinas. I think they require $1 million to even be able to work on boats or clean boats or whatever. So we got $2 million general liability insurance, got a $150,000 fidelity bond on him. The only people that won't trust him are people that never met him, right? And so we're going to be dealing with some people that are meeting him for the first time. So we want to have them have the assurance that if anything happens while we're in their house, we're going to cover it. Yeah. We're protected. You're protected. We want to be known as being dependable and reliable and trustworthy.
And what can you ask for?
Yeah.
So I know she has something that she would probably really like to know. Will y'all come knock spider webs down?
We will do just about anything. Yeah. We've been surprised, when you set out to create a business model and a list of services, you kind of use your experience and you come up with lists, and we've got lists, but we've been surprised at some of the requests. Some of them are things we never thought of, like, there's a lot of gravel driveways in this area, and I've got a farm outside of Memphis with about a 300-yard gravel driveway, and it's like a ongoing process to keep the weeds out of that thing. I got a boom sprayer, and I tow it around my four-wheeler about 4 times a year to try to. So we've had people ask us to do that. Uncover patio furniture. He's done a lot of detailing on boats. There's some pretty cool before and after pictures that we've got. So it really does a good job. But
he's definitely doing a good job at doing before and after photos, for sure.
We have 3 kind of categories of services, David. It's the first one is kind of membership services. We had this idea of maybe creating a monthly membership program where, and what we realized is it's probably not as good of it's not as beneficial during the summertime, like from Memorial Day to Labor Day, because people are here all the time.
here, yeah.
But what we've come to realize is probably more of an off-season type of a thing, where one of the things that we'll do is go to your house and do an outdoor welfare check, take pictures, show you everything, and maybe even point out a couple things. Hey, here's a couple things we noticed. We can take care of them if you want us to, but everything's safe and secure. We can even do indoor welfare checks if we have the keys or the codes. So we've got this membership service model. Then we have on-demand services, which is kind of, you could think of that as anything else, you know. And then we've got handyman services. And so we feel like with those three, and then we're open to pretty much doing anything. I mean, we want to help people who have vacation homes over here, but we also have realized that there's also a demand for this for people that are full-time residents here, especially the ones that are a little bit older and maybe don't want to get out there and fool with Roundup in their driveway, or don't want to fool with mowing their grass, or don't want to fool with that. We can help those folks too.
For sure. I think I seen a question.
Dawn had a question.
Yeah.
Do you guys come to Fairfield Bay? 1. 2, will you meet or pick up Amazon FedEx packages from their home if it's delivered? And
You know, there again, there's one we hadn't thought of, but absolutely we do service Fairfield Bay. We've done a number of jobs in Fairfield Bay already, and be more than happy to go pick up an Amazon package and hold it until they get in town or something, or deliver it wherever so it doesn't get rained on or robbed or whatever.
Right. And when y'all do like a monthly membership or something to that effect, is there, I'm assuming that y'all would do like a once a week drive by,
Now
touch up?
it's really more of a two services a month is what the model looks like. So typically we would go and do a welfare check once a month, and that would be one of the 2 services that are included in the membership, which is $34.99. That includes tax, and then they can choose anything from our list of membership services. And there's a whole list, and it's on our website, cabinvalet.com.
And so as you order services, I would assume then price goes up. There's a price per. It's kind of like when you go to the restaurant and you order it off the menu. I mean, everything you add to the plate.
Yeah, the idea is that memberships would get discounts on other things. So we want to try to have a model where when we have a monthly member that needs an on-demand or handyman service, that they'd get a discount at that for being a member. So that's exactly the way we're thinking about it.
Gotcha.
so we got a question here of, do you get rid of critters out from under houses?
That's funny. We just had a conversation
where
about that.
That's why you're.
Right.
So
That's what the killer is for.
The killer's fault.
Well, being he's commenting so much, and we do appreciate you there, the killer.
Yeah, he did say this is the quietest he's ever seen Barry.
I want to go ahead and give a shout out and thank you for being this week's sponsor. Appreciate you, buddy. So if y'all need any bugs killed, the killer is out there.
yeah,
He's watching.
and that's a good point, because folks like Don and his business, we're not trying to compete with those people. We're just trying to give them more business, and we're trying to help the vacation homeowners and the permanent residents just have kind of a one-stop shop, and we can kind of do the homework. We can go over there and meet Jarvis to help get a tree limb that's about to fall on your roof. We can go over there and coordinate that for you, so you don't have to come over to Memphis, feel like you got to be here to do it. We'll do that for you. For the businesses, we work, you play. So we want you, when you come over here to enjoy your lake house, we want you to be able to enjoy your lake house. Let us take care of everything else.
Yeah.
So I'll ask a question. How long have y'all been doing it?
Since June. We started in June, kind of a soft launch. We just got the website live in August. So we're really just kind of getting up on our feet. So yeah, we're a startup in every sense of the word. Yeah, obviously it's going to take time for the business to ramp up, but we have a vision that, in the hopefully not too distant future, we'll spend a day in Fairfield Bay every week. We'll spend a day in Heber Springs every week. We'll spend a day in Greer's Ferry every week. And then we'll have a couple days to be able to go do estimates and do that. So yeah, it'll certainly be more efficient when we have more clients, especially if they're close in proximity.
Right. Yeah.
So I do have a question of, do y'all have business cards?
We do.
Okay.
We
So
do.
Steve, they do, and they will leave some here at the office if you want to see. Ta-da! Where the camera's at.
If boat docks if y'all ever want to explore that and get you one, holler at me.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Because, I mean, it is fun-ish.
Can be.
Yeah. Dee said that she was just asked about boat docks. I'm assuming someone to adjust them.
I'm sure she was just wondering if that's one of the services
Something
they
that
offer. Because it wouldn't be, if you're going to do this, maybe at some point you wouldn't regret looking at it. It take like in the spring when the water comes up 10 feet overnight. So that water's coming up fast.
Yeah.
Somebody had to go under and fix it.
Yeah. And when they start drawing it back down a half a foot a day, you know, you're gonna have to go move them several times this week, because if you don't, they're gonna be sitting on dry land, and it's just it's a learning curve, and it can be
Sounds
stressful.
like one man job.
It can be, but they're not just terrible.
But one of the things we're hoping to kind of make a splash with is boat winterization. It's that time of year, and I know if you're like me, you don't think about it till you have the first freeze, but it's probably smarter to think about it now. I actually had my first boat down at Lacey's, and I trusted somebody in town, said, well, we'll do it for $50. And I said, okay, do it. And then I never talked to them again, followed up. They didn't do it. The next year I came out there, and of course my block was cracked. So, again, we want to be trustworthy. We want you to trust us with your boat. We've got some professionals that have done boat winterizations for many, 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 many years that are helping us and training us up. And eventually, hopefully, and Barry's very mechanically inclined. His dad was kind of dad that worked on cars, worked on everything, and taught his sons how to do the same thing. And so he's a pretty quick study. He was as we were talking about before we went live, a long haul, well, short haul truck driver, probably long haul for a little while, short haul for a long time, truck driver, and did a lot of his own maintenance, preventive maintenance on his big truck, just to save money as a one truck, two truck operation. So very mechanically inclined, but we're hoping that boat winterizations, we're going to try to bundle up boat winterization along with cleaning your boat and covering it up for the winter for $250, which is compared to what's charged around here is very reasonable, and then be even more reasonable in the summer, because really summerization's not a lot to it. Yeah. So people charge $250 to summerize your boats.
So since talking about winterizing, just had a question about, do you winterize houses? Since we have a lot of vacant, not vacant houses, but there's a lot of people that don't use their house during the winter here. So
we can absolutely do it. Make sure all the water's drained out of all the lines, even flush, put antifreeze in the toilets or whatever. So we could absolutely winterize a place like that farm I was mentioning earlier. I have to do that in the wintertime. We use it for deer hunting. And so if there's a cold snap coming, I winterize the house. I probably do it 6 times a winter because we use it more often. But for folks that are just going to close it up and not come back until the spring, absolutely, we could help them out with that.
Let's see, will you clean and shine tri-tunes in the spring? If so, how much? And I don't have a trailer.
You've done cleaned some tri-tunes, haven't you?
Yeah.
Some tunes. So yeah, we can absolutely do it. Storage facilities where they have boats stored, and Barry's got a close friend that's got a business here, and he's got a big water tank, and because there's no water there at the storage facility, and so Barry was able to detail that boat with that water tank right there on site at the storage facility. So.
Nice.
So Bubba said take out of water and put in storage.
That's kind of what I thought he was talking about. Like,
Take out the water if he's got we don't have a trailer available, but if he's got a trailer, we'd definitely go load it up and take it to whatever storage building he wanted to
Okay.
and put it in storage.
Groceries and have them in our home before we arrive another option? Oh, is it an option?
It is, and one of the services that we have contemplated is like opening up your cabin and closing your cabin. So if we know you're coming over from Little Rock or Memphis or wherever you're coming from, Cabot, we can have your property, we can have your thermostat set to where you want it to be instead of it being taking 2 hours once you get there to cool off or heat up. And we can get groceries, have them in your refrigerator. Yeah, we can do all those things.
Good deal. And
That's
I'm
awesome.
assuming y'all changed the filters for them.
We can, yeah. Something that simple, we will. Yeah, we're not trying to get in, we're not trying to get in the HVAC business or the plumbing business. And, Jason's, I've used Jason numerous times, and he's a straight shooter and an honest guy, and charges a fair price and stands behind his work. So we just want to try to funnel business to people like Jason.
Right. That's fair.
And build up your contacts for when people call and ask. We don't do it, but we have this guy that does.
And we have the idea of having contractors that are cabin valet certified, just so people don't have to vet. It's a list of contractors in all the different disciplines that we've already vetted. We've already verified that they're licensed, bonded, and insured. So you can trust when we. That's a phase 2 type thing. That's a part of the vision is to have a list of contractors, because, this may be controversial, may not, but, for years when I needed a contractor, I'd call FL Davis and say, I need 3 people that do paint or 3 people that do HVAC. But if I were FL Davis, I would be referring them to people that were my customers.
Right.
That's exactly what I would do. But that might not be, there might be other alternatives that are as good or better. They just don't get their supplies from FL Davis. And again, I think I've spent $100,000 at FL Davis over the 25 years that I've been here. So I'm a loyal customer, and they've been great the whole time. But I do think that we want to have a full set of options and refer people that we've done business with, that we know that you can trust and they'll do a good job for you.
Right.
Bubba apologized for getting to the show late, and he said, whoops, it went away. Would you also be able to meet contractors at the home when needed?
100%. We already do it. And that's one of the things that's just, if we can save somebody a 6.5, 7 hour round trip drive over here by popping over there and letting somebody in and kind of letting them in, letting them
That's
out.
awesome.
We've already done it, and we'll continue to do that. That's one of our core services. Yes.
And he
Yeah,
said,
older lady that's a customer over in Fairfield.
uh-huh.
And she don't feel comfortable talking to them. She's an older lady. So I told her, I said, look, call me. I'm the one that talks to them, because she feels like they might try to take advantage of her.
Right.
Because she's 80 years old.
Yeah.
So, stuff
Yeah.
like that,
And I can understand that.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
She told me that. I was like, oh, no, I'll talk to them.
Yeah. And
Whoever it is. You just call
right, with no
them. I'll come
problem.
over and talk to them.
Yeah.
Make sure they ain't trying to rip you off,
Right.
And I hate to say that, but,
Unfortunately, it does.
unfortunately it does.
Yeah. He said also, if their insurance falls through, would your insurance cover any mishaps?
If we cause a problem, then that's why we have insurance. We want people to have assurance that we're going to leave their place better than we found it. And if accidents happen, if an accident happens, that's why we have insurance.
For sure.
And before we run out of time, I just wanted to
We're not on a time schedule.
okay,
No, not at all.
okay. I thought it was 30 minutes time stamp. Okay.
No, sir.
We've been averaging an hour.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Ain't nobody worried about no dang Cowboys, Barry. But no, this is your show.
Yeah.
So we are here as long as you want to be here.
Okay,
So
okay.
there you go.
Well, good. I just wanted to thank both of you guys. First of all, for doing this. It's such a valuable service to the community, and the best businesses are the ones that invest in the community. And this is an investment that y'all have made. All this equipment, all of your time after working full time, a full day, you come back here and do this to help put a spotlight on local businesses. I just want to tell you, it's noble what you're doing, and it's much appreciated. And when I first met you, Jesse, the first thing you did was show me all these beautiful pictures and then were gracious enough to share them with me. And some of them are on our website at cabinvalet.com. The one from Devil's Fork with the fishing tournament with all the boats.
The blast off.
Such a cool photo. So many of those those drone photos are just fantastic. And y'all have been gracious to us, and it's appreciated.
We are very welcome, and we thank y'all for being here.
We have a deep love for Barry and Barry's family. So,
Me
I
too.
mean, you hit the nail on the head when you were describing Barry, but his wife is the same way.
Oh, yeah.
I love them both dearly. From the first time us meeting, I'm gonna cry. Anyway, we connected, and it's been from day one. We have talked to each other and treated each other like we known each other for years, and his parents too. And
If he knows my mom, Pinky. If she tell you can tell it like it is,
Uh-huh.
she loves you. So you had to be a good person.
And Pinky was amazing. I loved her. Okay, anyway, off the emotional stuff. Let's see. Will y'all deliver and stack wood for fire pits, or do you know someone?
We have a contact that actually gets scraps from a whiskey company, and they get the oak barrels. And when they're through, they take these oak barrels and they cut them up and they sell them for firewood. So it's unbelievable quality of wood, and it's reasonably priced. And so we can go get a trailer load of it, stack it for you if that's what you want. We can absolutely do that.
If someone wanted a T-shirt, where or who do they contact to get a T-shirt?
Call 501-825-3076 and ask Barry, and we'll.
Or you can call. Thank goodness. So Barry, give us a little bit about how long you've been coming to the lake and how long you have. How long have you been here full time?
Been here full time, probably a year, full time. We just moved up here about a year ago, full time. We've been coming here for 30 years, for a long time, when Chris got his place, and then Bubba and them's place. And we love it up here. We love the community and love the people.
For sure.
I like being going down the road and get to wave at everybody.
And somebody actually
All
waved
four
back at
fingers.
Yeah. Not.
I do
Yeah.
the piano wave sometimes. So I tell my buddy, that's a piano wave.
Yeah.
But we've been up here for my whole life, really, off and on. We love it up here in this area. And you sold us our first house.
I know, and I was sitting here trying to think when was that?
17.
Yes.
The things that we've talked about are generally what we're going to do, and then beyond that, we're going to try to create a network of local craftsmen and contractors, and try to, again, be kind of a one-stop shop, a bit of a broker, if you will, to help folks. Like, you had friends that got a tree hanging out over his house, and he lives in Memphis. He didn't want to come over here, so Barry got with Jarvis, met them out there, supervised the whole thing, and for $50, he was out there 2 hours. I mean, it's a valuable service, and like you said, it'll be more efficient when we get bigger and we can start having pockets of folks in the communities. But like I said, I didn't mention Eden Isle, but it's so close. We'll probably work over there as well. But we're just trying to stay here locally, and
Can you do that on a weekend basis?
100%. That's one of the membership services that we'd kind of contemplated. And then in the spring, even when you have your boat at a marina, which mine's at Lacey's for 25 years, when you come in there in the spring, with the money I paid to Lacey's, I could have built like 15 docks right now. But my cover on my boat is just covered with pollen. And so we'll take that cover off, take it over and put it up on sawhorses and whatnot, and power wash that thing. We'll do everything to do with, and that's the thing I have Barry do for me. Actually, I'm actually a customer cabin valet. So when you go out on a Saturday and you spend all day and you got grandkids and kids and everybody's splashing, there's water everywhere, everything's wet when you put it up, the last thing in the world you want to do is cover it up.
Right.
Yeah.
So Barry goes over there the next day after everything's dried out and puts the cover back on.
Right.
So
We definitely will install the covers and take them off.
Okay.
Get your boat ready to go and get your boat
So literally all they have to do is just walk out on the dock and get on the boat and take off because it's ready to go. So kind of going with what Chris was saying, you're a customer of Cabin Valet. Are you a one-man show? I mean,
Yeah.
not saying it
Not
disrespectfully anything, but is it just you, or do you have someone helping you
Well,
when
we
you?
got a network of people that I can, like we called, said we had 7 boats to wash.
Yeah.
I can make a phone call and get my people
Okay.
to go help me, go wash them 3, I'm gonna go wash these 4.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a one-man show from Cabin Valet, but we network. If somebody got 4 yards to mow, I call my friends, hey, I give you a couple yards to mow, go over and mow.
Yeah, so membership service is a concept where it's a monthly fee of $34.99, which includes the tax. And for that membership service, you can get 2 services from a list. And I don't have the list committed to memory, but it's on our website at cabinvalet.com. It's kind of a use it or lose it type of a thing, so but it's things like opening up your cabin, closing up your cabin, maybe winterizing your cabin, covering and uncovering your boat, delivering groceries,
Blowing leaves off your walkway.
light land,
Yard, just your walkway to your house.
light landscaping. We got a 14-foot pole saw, so we can do like limb up some trees and like limited type stuff we can do. But again, for a complete list of the membership services, I would just refer them to cabinvalet.com.
Perfect.
I want to say from David and I, we appreciate you both for taking the time out of your evening to come and sit down and let us put y'all out there to our viewers, our followers and all of that, to get y'all's information out there and what y'all do. We appreciate y'all so much for coming out and doing it.
It's our pleasure.
And I appreciate it. Y'all have a great night. Good luck with the Cowboys.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Whatever.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.